All right, there's the beast. She's been glued up. She's good to go. It's pretty solid. And there's my legs. Now what I need to do now is I'm going to come in and cut some stringers to go across the bottom and across the top, which will be 22 and a half inches. And then the last thing I need to do to these legs is on the back of each leg unit. I'm going to scribe out. I think what I want to do is cut a 12-inch recess or 10-inch recess for this 2 by 10, 2 by 8, 2 by 8. So I'm going to cut a 7-inch, 7.5-inch recess in the back of this to accept that board. I'll reuse that. That used to be part of my fence, and I'm not using it anymore. So that'll stabilize the back of the table, the workbench. All right, let's get started on that. Okay, so I've got my two leg sections put together, and I'm right now I'm really worried that the table is not going to have enough support this way, with forces that push it this way and that way. So I'm going to revise my plans again, sort of building on the fly here. I'm still going to use the 2 by 8, but I'm going to put it in as a skirt on the back, or hopefully. I don't even know if I have enough room to do that. I guess I got to put the other board on. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'll let you know after I figure it out. But all right, I think I made my mind up. I'm going to put that stringer right in here. I'm going to put this. It's a 7 1/4. It's a 2 by 8. I'm going to take that and put it here. I'm going to cut a chunk out for that to sit in, and then that'll be the brace against movement. I think that should be sufficient. I'll put three screws in, and big leg screws, and that should be fine. So this is a pretty handy little tool. It's called a Craig jig, and what you do is you get your 2 by 4 in here, clamp it down, and then drill in through one of these three holes, and it creates a pocket hole, or some people would call it a toenail. And pocket hole jig, but it's made by Craig. It's Kerg if you're looking for it. And I'm going to use this to drill some holes here into these guys, so that that's the top of the workbench, where the top of the workbench will be, and that's how I'm going to secure my legs to the top of the tabletop, bench top. Okay. So this piece of lumber that's going to be the stringer is just a little bit too big for my saw, so I have to do that last cut by hand. Not too big a deal. Alrighty. And reusing this board, you know, it used to be part of the fence. It saves me a trip to the Home Depot. Saves me a couple bucks just for a small piece like this. It'll do just fine. It's treated, but it's so old, it's pretty seasoned. So, and then all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this over to the legs, put them up on end, drill pilot holes, and then put these screws in there. All right, let's do that. It's a bit of a tight fit, but these screws are really cheap. I'm not going to use them. Let me back this one out. You can see just from that. I'm going to have to use vice grips to get those out. Anyway, let me get my screw situation situated and then we'll go from there. Well, that's just frustrating. You get down to the bottom of a project and you've got some cheap hardware that really screws things up. Luckily, I caught it before I got all the screws in or whatever, but I'm going to go down and get some leg screws from Tractor Supply, and we're going to put those in there. That'll be the end of that. So, anyway, you live and you learn. All right, we're back in business. To the Tractor Supply. Got some washers and nuts, bolts. All right, as you can see, I have a table that's upside down. The next step is to flip it over. It's going to be pretty heavy for me, but I'm sure I'll be able to make it. I need to clear out a spot, so I have to get all this crap over here out, and then I can put my table where it's supposed to be. Hopefully the next shot is the table where it's supposed to be. Voila! One table where it's supposed to be. Almost perfect. Let me get a piece of, see if I have a piece of plywood here. Almost perfect. Yep, perfect as perfect can be. It's this point in the project where it's like, yeah, I finally did something great. I mean, like, I finally put something together. I'm really happy with it so far. The last things that I have to do are put some shelving across the bottom here. That'll tighten those legs up a little bit. Other than that, the only thing I have to do with it is enjoy it. It is nice and sturdy. It is a sturdy bench. It wasn't too bad flipping it over, but I can certainly pound on this. I can certainly pound on it. All right. All right, we'll probably have one more video in this series where I go and put the shelving on the bottom and put the plywood on top, and then that we'll call it quits for this series. Thanks again for watching. I appreciate everybody that comes and sees my stuff, and if you can leave a comment, like, or subscribe, that's always appreciated too. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next video.